Okay, so welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to be doing a review of the JBL Partybox 710, which is, I think, relatively new. I've only just received it today, had a little bit of a play with it, so I'm going to give you a little bit of a review of what it's like to use, and then a little sound test, and then in some other videos I'm going to do a sound comparison against some other things, because obviously otherwise it's hard to tell how loud it really is. This is me standing up against it. It's hard to really put into perspective how big this thing really is. It really is absolutely ginormous. It weighs about 30 kilos, I think. Bear in mind, this is you have to keep this plugged in. It doesn't have a battery in it, so it's only mains powered. So that 30 kilos doesn't include any batteries. That is all speaker, which is quite impressive. So obviously you've got the AC power down here. You've got a little panel on the back here, which you can, it's got USB, an aux in. You can obviously daisy chain the speakers. You've got input for a mic and then input for a second mic or a guitar. So that can all go in there. And obviously this is all waterproof in case it's because this is IPX4 rated, so it can be in rain and stuff like that. Although I'm not sure how that really, why you would be doing that, because it has to be plugged in the whole time, but well. Up the top here, we've got some karaoke settings for if you're plugging in a mic, and obviously just the equalizer for the speaker itself. These are DJ modes, which is quite strange. So as you can hear, you've got an air horn. That's like a vinyl thing. I can't remember what it's called now. And whatever that is. These can all be changed within the app that there's a special Partybox app here, so you can change the light show that's going on so you can change the setting. It's the same settings that this dial changes, as you can see, but obviously you can change them through the phone. You can choose the color and choose what settings that button scrolls through. You again change the equalizer yourself. You can change if the bass is punchy or deep. Not entirely sure what that means, to be completely honest. And then as far as the DJ sounds goes, this is when the ones you can choose. So there you go, you've got the 3 scratch settings. Barking, light, boo, and ready. Not entirely sure why they're on there. I can't imagine they get used very much. But oh well, yeah, so the app doesn't do much, to be completely honest, but it is quite a nice touch to add, and obviously can be turned on and stuff through that app as well. And then on the top, you obviously got your power button. This button will turn the lights on and off on the top, and then the dial will scroll through all the settings that I just showed you on there. Obviously your Bluetooth button, your bass boost, which has 2 settings, so off, kind of half on, all the way on. And then you've got a play button, which you can click once to pause, double click, skips forward, triple click, previous song, which is quite nice. And then you've got a volume dial, and then actually the light on here represents the volume. So this is me turning the volume dial, and that shows you a percentage of your volume, which is quite nice. Yeah, quite a nice little feature. Obviously it's got wheels at the bottom, because otherwise you won't be able to carry it anywhere, and you can literally just pull it along on these wheels. The rubber bits on the side, so you can lie it flat or stand it up, whatever you prefer to do. I mean, obviously I think it works better standing up, especially seeing as it's got that nice little holder for the phone at the top there, but it depends what setting you're in, I suppose. So I'm just going to give it a quick sound test here, and then I'm going to talk about what it's like afterwards, or my thoughts. So I'm just going to sit back here and let you admire the light show. This is on like the rave mode, effectively, I think. You can see the volume level on there. All around this empty town, I'm searching for the lost and found. But you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air, like a blazing flare. Just stare, 'cause the flames won't burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the So that was, well, maybe 35% volume. I'm not really going to put it much higher because honestly the neighbors would complain. It is you just have to take my word for it, is 800 watt, as they say. It's crazy loud at its top level, but to be honest, I can't think of many times where you would even want it that loud. And it's more about the quality, I think. So that level was still probably a little bit too loud, to be honest, for most rooms, but acceptable. And honestly, the sound is brilliant. It's nothing like I've ever shown on here before, as you would expect for the 650 price tag that this comes with. But the sound levels. I mean, the bass is brilliant. Obviously, I do have the bass boosted up as much as it goes at the moment in its punchy setting, but it really is brilliant. And the even at low volumes as well, you get a good mid, you get a good high end, you get a good low end, you really do get a bit of everything. It's got obviously loads of speakers in it. It's got little tweeters everywhere up and down, so you really do get a bit of everything. But then again, that's just kind of what you expect if you're going to pay this much. So I suppose that's not really what what we're here for. I mean, we know it's going to be a very high-end speaker. I guess the problem really is living with it day to day, I suppose, because I'm not sure how many people really have enough space for it. Biggest problem as well being that it's not battery operated at all. So as soon as that plug comes out, it's useless. It's just a block of plastic, meaning it does have wheels, but you're not going to be able to take it outside anywhere because you have to have it plugged into the mains. So that's obviously a big problem. Also, the fact it is so ridiculously heavy means, again, you can't really take it anywhere. So it's always going to be a home thing, effectively. And effectively, it's a bit of a gimmick, I think, because you don't need anything this loud. It's just ridiculous. I mean, I've been listening to it for the past couple hours, and anything above like 20% volume, and I can't hear anyone else in the room. So, don't get me wrong, I love it, but it's not something that I would really recommend unless you do parties with 300 people every other week. So for the individual person, I think it's brilliant and it's lovely to try out. I've enjoyed my time with it, but it's not something I'm going to be keeping. And to be honest, I'm not sure what type of person would, if you see what I'm getting at. But hopefully this video was useful in any way. If you have any comments, feel free to pop them down in the comment section below, and look out for the comparison videos, which I will be uploading later. And I'm about to do a review on those two over there, so look out for those as well.